What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? We're here again to yap about. Wait, what are we yapping about again?
Set
Dragon's Hoard
champs.
set
Set
champs.
champs. First week
And
of set
then
champs.
House of Cards anniversary tournament this weekend. Woo.
Yay! That's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're in the Winston area, you should definitely come out and support House of Cards in their endeavor to make money to donate to suicide prevention. Okay,
Kitty dog.
so
Rufus.
oh, Rufus! We love Rufus. I haven't seen him in
Every time you
forever.
turn it, he turns his head.
He's like, stop, I'm nervous.
Yeah, he's camera shy.
Alright, so this weekend we had 55 people, I believe, at
many?
Drag.
Yeah, crazy large set champ.
Largest tournament at Dragon's Hoard.
Has ever
Yeah.
hosted. Yeah, it was crazy. I think that morning we were like talking and we were all like, yo, there's like 40 something people signed up. And then we all got there and we're like, there's 50 people signed up. And then like just as the clock kind of like ticked down, we all just kept checking and it was like 51, 52, ended up at 55, which was honestly still pretty good number. It was a lot of fun. It was very sweaty. I think we had like,
Whoa.
it seemed like the best of the best players come out.
It's a
And
good majority.
yeah, and play. It was in the North Carolina like area, those that could come out obviously, but had a couple teams come out and represent. We had Team Mexico out. We had Team Smash came out. Corey's fan club. Shout out to Corey's fan club. Just kidding.
See it in his name.
It's literally built in. A1 since day one.
But yeah, so that was surprising, but also like a whole lot of fun.
It's got me
Not
looking
what I
forward to the
expected.
1K.
Oh yeah. We do have a 1K also coming up for with House of Cards, or not House of Cards, Dragon's Hoard. The 26th of July, scaling 1K. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. We already had a couple people tell us that they're going to come back out for that. People had a lot of fun. It was actually like a really good time, and I feel like a lot more people than normal like stayed for the entirety of the tournament. Versus like I know sometimes like people are like, oh, I'm doing bad, I'm out.
I also yelled at him. I also said, "Stay, it's pack per win. Just get some more
oh
pack."
yeah. I will say this: both of our sponsor stores do really, really good with prizing for set champs. I know a lot of people are still I have seen it just kind of like in posts here and there where people are still kind of like having to complain about the stores that are charging $30 to $60 or whatever, not $60, but 30 to $40 for set champs, and then not giving out any prizing still. So if you're ever, in our area, both of our sponsored stores, House of Cards and Dragon's Hoard, do a very good job of giving out prizes.
It was $30 entry, $2 for first, one to second, one to second, third, and third and fourth got half of our. I got a box, and then 5 through 8 got half a box, and then pack per win through all 6 rounds. Round 4 was a first chapter pack.
Yep.
Yeah, which is easily like what, a $10-15 win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always gives out first chapter packs too. Like every tournament, he's like every tournament and every round 4, he's like chapter 1 pack.
Yeah, the round that matter.
Yeah. So it like entices people to stay too.
Yeah.
And I think it helps like people realize that like you can kind of like change the trajectory of your day if you just stay for one more round kind of situation as well.
Yeah, I was excited to be 0-2 going into like a 1-2 going into round 4 because I was like sick. First chapter pack. No, I lost that one too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nonchalant, yeah.
I was when I won that round 4.
Oh, must be nice.
Put a foil 2/2 Duke of Wesselton out of my pack. It was broken.
Heck yeah.
What a good.
Another Gothel, super rare.
Oh, nice.
I don't even remember what my foil was. I was hoping it was going to be Elsa, but
Yeah, I
Life
should
can
have
never
kept
be
it
so
sealed, as
empty.
they would say.
I didn't see any legendaries pulled. Wonder where people
I
go.
saw one person pull John Silver.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
one? The
The green
emerald
The
one?
one.
green 5/5.
The
In
emerald
chapter
one?
1.
Yeah.
Same thing.
The I'm blanking. Alric pulled the Tigger out of his like console. Like what was it,
Oh
round 5 or
yeah,
whatever.
Oh yeah, the Enchanted.
the enchanted. Yeah.
I was like, that's the reason I was to say random pack enchanted.
That's why I think I prefer pack per win sometimes, is because like I don't know, I feel like it gives people more of an opportunity to
Chance to win.
win something where they feel like they're probably not doing very well. So
Yeah, no, I mean the entry, like there was still like solid prizing for top cut, and then like your top cut plus your pack per win was like, you know, it was pretty solid. Like
they also
no matter.
adjusted pricing when they realized they had so many people. Because Zach was like, "Oh, we weren't expecting this many people, so we're gonna adjust all the pricing. So give us a little bit so we can actually tell you what price support's gonna be," which was cool because I think like they didn't have to do that obviously, but they did, which was pretty awesome. But yeah, so we're gonna kind of run through. I know we wanted to talk about a couple of the deck lists because there was some spice. Which one do you guys want to talk about first?
The least spicy one. My tummy's a little upset.
All right, then we'll go with Lucas's deck list because it's not spicy at all. It's Lucas.
It's pretty spicy. It's got that, one dragon.
That's not spicy.
It's pretty spicy.
That's like on the level of spice. That's like.
It's like sriracha. It's a little heat.
It is not sriracha. It's like pepper.
That's a little heat.
All right, take it away, guys. This was the first place list. Lucas did get first at the tournament, and I think this is also the list he played the next day at Bonafide in Hickory. Yeah.
Well. Yeah, that was 23 people. As the person who had to ride in the car with him for an hour and a half to and from Dragon Tour, I will say he was glazing Carpetbag. He really enjoyed that this weekend. He said it was very pivotal in the mirror. And thought it was like, it's essentially like having a Tamatoa for one every turn. And that's like, whereas the items like has like the ability to cantrip off a workshop, this deck kind of like needs to be able to constantly get popsicles, and Carpetbag kind of helps with that as your kind of fifth crab.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I thought Carpetbag was good a long time ago, but it's cool. It's fine.
It's just it helps you in the items matchup too. Because like usually this version of the deck just gets annihilated by the items version. But the Carpetbag just allows you to basically keep tempo with the workshop. I think he just cut the Super Groove down to 2 to play the one Hideaway and the one Dragon, which I think he also played a second Hades. Which you probably cut. That's probably where the fourth develop went. But I think spot removal is really good, especially in the current meta game, because if you're, I knew there was going to be a lot of items at ours, just because we have people that play red blue items, and there's a resurgence of green blue item, which is there. I think there was literally 6 people. 5 or 6 green people on green blue items in the tournament.
Quite a bit.
It was a lot. So being able to just have like any sort of spot removal for the workshop or Ride Against Marvel's Trap or Lucky Dime if they choose to put it out early, not expecting you to be on Hideaway, just maximize your ways to punish it.
I love the one of Hideaway in the Shark deck because you just get it back if you need it.
I love how some lists are like in full force on Super Goof at this point. Like it used to just be like the one of that you like had to play around, and now people are like, that lore is kind of good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, me personally, I like the four super goof list just because it helps you keep. I like hard punishing the cards like Smee, or if my opponent's feeling confident with like their 1 or 2 drops draw cards, I can just punish it, and it's like, this is great.
Feels good.
Yeah, it is an extremely gut wrenching feeling as like kind of like an aggressive like green purple player to have your red purple or red blue opponent have as much lore as you. When they can keep up and you're like not like pressuring them in their game states still going, it's very scary. Like the only thing you had on them was the Lord advantage, so if they can keep up, it's real bad.
I remember. Oh, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I just feel like once this deck added like Hades and Sisu, it was definitely a lot better. Remember, for a long time, he was just like solely trying to shark be prepped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like the split, the 2-2 split.
Makes him a lot better.
People just, I feel like people just hyper fixated.
For Maui, Hero Dog, falling out of favor.
I'm sad that it is.
There wasn't. I wonder if he would change that going forward, because I feel like there's not a lot of like locations in the meta. I guess it just helps, like, gives you like a thick body for like aggro matchups.
Yeah,
to just repeatedly take stuff out. Yeah,
it was like pretty solid against like the Song matchup where he was just able to like keep taking the board down, but I think he might have lost that game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fun, exciting list.
Spicy, guys, spicy.
It's the one dragon for me.
It's the one dragon. It's that pepper spice.
He's getting prepped for Fabled so he can stick his Sechan dragon in.
This is the second place list that we had. Hold on, I like forgot how to share my screen for a second. We're not gonna talk about it. This is the second place list. I was looking it up, and because I was kind of being lazy when I was making these on Dreamborn, and I was like just finding a list, and this list is actually like 2 or 3 card variation from Habibi's list. So I think he like drew his inspiration obviously from Habibi's list and just kind of like adjusted it to his play style.
And Things has been around for a while, and he's like been sticking to Steel Song. So you see him in, like, comes to like all of our like bigger events at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the biggest change is he just cut the Lawrence to 3, Naveen to 3 to add the Namari. And then is he just playing 61 so he could fit like a second Sonic Warrior aerial?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's fair. I think sometimes you see it a little too early and you have to ink it. I also think that like with red-blue items coming into and the other item decks coming into the format, like cards like Namari are just like super good because it takes a lot to coil remove it because your discard just gets so big if you're wheeling.
I literally played against a deck that was playing Namari this weekend, and he played it out, and I had 1 coil, and I was like, sick. He'd already wheeled us like twice.
Yeah,
like I can't do anything.
Yeah, it's gonna be real hard for you to remember. I'm gonna have to coil that 72 times.
I had talked to James about Song like last week, and we had specifically talked about the random extra song like spots, and I was like, I'm kind of at 1 bear, 1 criminal, 1 swords, just because I hadn't checked it out as much, and that felt fine last time. And I know he said he wasn't the biggest fan of criminal minor swords, and he did not play them here.
I can tell Tanya's playing her block game in the background and not paying attention because the way the cursor's moving. I also think that the addition of the second Sonic Warrior, is because I think there's been a ton of Emerald Amethyst popping up in the meta more and more. Whether it be the discard version or like the aggro version, the pull the lever version, whichever version you're on. And that card just, I feel like Sonic Warriors can.
It eats it alive.
It can pretty much solo the deck unless they have the levers set up.
What's up, Dominic?
I'd love to know how Namari was for him on the day.
One of my opponents was also on Sonic Warrior. Every time I've tested against Sonic Warrior playing green, purple, or Emerald Amethyst, it's like destroyed me if they're like already in a good position, right? But when you are doing what you're trying to do and outvalue them and get them on very few cards, if they're doing and getting in that situation where they're like, I need a song, it's like it could be like pretty fine because you're able to like maybe bottom deck it or get rid of it with some Foxcraft shenanigans, but she can also in one turn just end the game for you. It's like it's pretty rough.
From the discard perspective, I feel like it's not that worrying because you have like 7 1-for-1 removals and 4
you got the Brunos too.
And then in the aggro one, like you have to then be very worried go. So it's also like potentially sketching that matchup as well.
Yeah. I really liked because I watched him play all of his top his matches, and I feel like
he was on stream all 3 times.
He was literally on stream all 3 times, yeah. But literally every single match went to game 3. It was insane watching them play. I think there was only one time where he really like did not get any value out of Ariel or Namari. There was like 1 game each, and he literally was like trying to find songs and like couldn't find songs. Whereas it was like, where's my songs to like ping 2 things essentially on the opponent's board. But I think that he got a ton of value out of them like throughout the day. I think I heard him talking about it a little bit.
I know he did the 1-for-1 with the stout-hearted last time, so he definitely felt like that was not the way this time.
I feel like especially with the current meta, there's too many boards that are going far too wide for you not to just be playing 2 aerial Sonic Warriors. Like it's just too good, and like the fact that it hits for 3 is just so much better. Like it takes out everybody texts for let the storm rage on, so they play the 3 willpower characters, but Sonic Warrior just kind of like nullifies that a little bit.
For the longest time, I was dyslexic and thought it was pay 3 to do 2, and I was like, that sounds awful.
I always think it's pay 2 to do 2 whenever I played it.
3
Reading is hard,
so
guys. Okay.
For, like an untapped like ups me just getting destroyed is
obliterated.
Yeah, like Zeus for 8 or Bear +3, just not cool stuff.
It was rough in the finals watching him double Enchanted Zeus the Hades to immediately be followed up with Lucas's Shark. That was rough.
Yeah.
We love that as a blue-red player.
That was rough. Then he threw it. Lucas should have kept it. I'm just kidding. James, if you're watching. But yeah, so this is the second place list though. Yeah, James is just like super comfortable on Steel Song, I think. He's been playing it for as long as I think I've known him. When
I spoke to him last week, he was like, I'm going to play one of the control decks, blue-red or purple-red, but I see he was like, yeah, no, I'm just going to play what I'm good at here.
I feel like everybody kind of has the mentality right now where they're like, they want to either win this set champ or like at least top 8 so that they can get the promo. And then I feel like people are just kind of like ready for rotation. So it's like, all right, do good at one of the set champs and then play your meme deck and have fun for the rest of set champs. Which was what me and Alaric were trying to do, but
for me, I'm excited to see what a lot of these people that we've been playing with for months and months and months do post rotation. Because like James, I've always seen him on Amber still. I think since like set 4 or 5, when he came to our first event, he's always been on Amber still. Like Lucas, he's been on. I've seen him play Green Emerald Steel like 2 events, and then other than that he's been on Ruby Sapphire. So I'm very excited to see the changes coming with the rotation, even if we don't know reprints yet. I feel like some cards we can kind of roll, like you can see that they're pretty overpowered and feel like they're not coming back. So
This
I
card
will
right
give
here.
James this. I just recently started playing at a locals that he plays at, and I have never seen him play Sonic there.
Really?
he
If he's
just
been on
posted
like
out
a
for the big
different deck
stuff.
every weekend. He played the Philip Bogo, cooked me when I was
I
on
hate
Blue
that
Green
deck, dog.
Items.
I love that
Cooked
deck.
me when I was on Blue Green Items. I was like, how do you beat Diablo? We weren't
That
playing
deck triggers
Pure
me so
Ursula
bad.
then. Brutal. And then he was playing red purple, Triano. So he's definitely
I also
plays
think it's
other
really
decks.
important to like play all those decks, right? Like obviously
Yeah,
you
it's
take
good.
what you're most comfortable with to like bigger stuff, but like at your locals, that's the time where you should be like testing out other decks. Because it also probably helps him a lot when it comes to like playing
Yeah,
those
the
decks.
matchups and stuff
Yeah.
for sure.
That's the most important part.
His son is
I'm
very
really-
good. Sure, they get to test a lot. Must be
Every
nice.
time I play his son's playing a different deck.
Yeah,
Every single
it's
time.
good. They get lots of good testing in.
Yeah. I feel like every time he plays me, I'm also playing a different deck though, so.
I never do. My father tested me.
I live with my dad. He won't even test with me.
Real quick before we kind of swing into these, because I know there was one deck in particular Matt wanted to talk about. But this was the breakdown for the weekend. Ignore the colors, guys. I just left it at what it made it. But Emerald Amethyst was the second most represented pairing in the room.
That's me.
And it also had the most players playing it in top 8. We only had
That's not me.
we only had one Ruby Sapphire player in top 8, but we had 4 Emerald Amethyst players in top 8. And all of them were playing different, like we all know right now Amethyst is like roughly like a variation of like 20 cards as like a base. But like everybody was playing like a different version of Emerald Amethyst, which I thought was also like really cool.
Yeah, how different the 4 lists is very cool.
The 4 lists were like pretty different. It was kind of
They're
cool,
all on
honestly.
the more aggro side, but they're all like, different. So it's
they all had like different texts and stuff for like the day, which was pretty cool.
That's like the one thing that's like very interesting about Emerald Amethyst right now is just how many variations there are. I've played all of them this past week and still ended up on the thing that I had been playing. So
yeah, I was kind of surprised to see to not see that Amber Steel was the second most represented deck in the room, but
that was interesting, especially with given our area.
Yeah, I just assumed that people were gonna be kind of like jumping on Amber Steel because it's I don't know, like the more popular.
A lot of people are just bored of it.
Yeah.
I just knew
everyone knows it's good.
Yeah, I knew Ruby Sapphire was going to be the most played deck, and then I assumed that Sapphire Emerald was going to be there, which obviously at almost 10%, it was pretty there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even play a song, which I probably should have because that's more what I'm more comfortable with. But I went like the Amber Still aggro route. And I was just like, I'm just going to play red-blue and beat red-blue and by going under it really fast. And then I played 4 purple decks and 1 and then 2 blue-reds. The one blue-red I beat, and then 1 blue-red he opened the hard counter to aggro of Pop Bell.
Sick.
That's rough.
So it is what it is. But yeah, I think a lot of people were just anticipating Ruby Sapphire being like the most represented deck because it's been seeing a lot more play lately. If you look at like ink decks and stuff like that, a lot of people are playing a very similar list to Din's World list and seeing success with it. So
Yeah, Din's World's list is I think what Lucas's list was probably like 5 cards off of it or 4 cards off of it. I think when I was looking at it when I put it
Yeah,
together.
something like that.
Yeah.
This is very close to Botsy's list, who won 15K.
Yeah. Like obviously, like Din's list was. I feel like Din's list was still like very like much like his normal list, but like obviously like some changes based on playing a 3-deck format in Worlds. So it's like you can't like take those lists like wholeheartedly to your locals and expect to win because it's not the same meta. But yeah, no, I just really like that there was a lot of variation. I thought we should I wanted to like hint on that because like this is just a representation of what next set's going to look like. We have seen so much diversity in the meta recently, and it's honestly, I feel like it's been so much fun to like watch people play and like see the different decks that they're playing and like the techs and stuff. So but the list that Matt wanted to talk about, I gotta find it first. Oh, wow, it was the first one I clicked on. I'm so good at this. Was a list that was playing the Queen. Which Queen, you ask?
The purple one.
It is the Amethyst Queen.
That card's solid. I think it'll be really good post rotation.
Can I make it bigger? Oh,
I think this was one of the purple Amethyst lists I played. I think I played Michael.
Yeah.
I
think I played Michael, and they came. I'm pretty sure they both came from Virginia.
Yeah, I also believe I played him, and that is why this was interesting to me. Because he played this, I had to pick it up and read it. He used it. I was playing discard, so I didn't really mind him bottom decking my cards, but I was like, yeah, that seems kind of nice against other decks.
Yeah.
More discard and direct. I guess he could have got my levers. I didn't have any, I believe, at that time, but
I think it's also good against like Song because they play so many princesses.
Yeah.
So if they don't have an immediate answer to it, you could have the potential for 4 lore instead of just 3.
Definitely have to run through my deck list and be like, okay, we're no princesses.
Yeah, do we have?
I guess I was playing a 5-drop Bell, so he could have got me. It was a 1-of.
One of Bell. Yeah, I love
Debbie's list. Elsa's not a princess, right? She's a queen.
She's a queen.
Yeah, okay. Elsa's a queen. Her sister is a princess on most cards. Yeah, I feel like this is still pretty like a pretty generic list. I think the only other thing that's different is like they're playing the bonsai.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of the testing, like within green purple tempo or emerald amethyst tempo for me this week was whether or not I was gonna be on the 1,000,000 1-drops version or include Flynn as like my 2-drop. That was like the biggest internal struggle for me this past week. And it pretty much came down to the conclusion that if we thought there'd be more like purple decks, low to the ground decks, amber steel aggro decks, that we play more 1-drops because they're really good for contesting the board with crabs and things like that. But what we thought and what came to be true was that there'd be more ruby sapphire, and so I opted for Flynn because every single card they discard matters. And it ended up being really good. I wonder how Bonsai was for her because a lot of people have been talking about Bonsai again recently because of the 3 stat, but I'm scared of it just getting shot by a storm.
I know.
Michael, I was very surprised to see the Bonsai come out. I think maybe game 3 was the first time I saw it.
Yeah. I was gonna say I had the same experience when he dropped Bonsai on 2. I was like,
It seems like they were ready to fight like for like. This seems like it's going to beat Amber Steel, right? Like you have all these cards that are like the Queen is good for like burning through to be quick against them. All the 1-drops help contest the board. Purple cards are naturally good at making that fight. So crabs,
sure it drives a lot of people crazy, but I love a list of a lot of 3-of and 2-ofs.
Yeah, no, I like this kind of version a lot.
I know for me, I swung my Lawrence into that Bonsai to get rid of it, didn't have Rapunzel because I drew it like 3 times the whole day. And but I played Goofy the next turn, so I got 6 lore off my Lawrence because I kept getting to heal it back.
Oh, pretty sick.
I
Heck yeah.
played against Amethyst Emerald 3 times on the day, and they all played the small Pegasus, and every time I lived in fear if they were going to shift it into the big one or not.
I thought
So
the same thing. I literally thought the same thing. I was like going through these deck lists, and every single deck list every single top 8 deck list had Baby Pegasus. Not a single one had Shift.
It's
And I was
just
like,
Specifically, on one of the ones when he had Bonsai out, I was like, if he makes it evasive, it can then like kill my evasive stuff, and I don't like that.
yeah.
That
It's
was
just
like
like-
what I was afraid. I was like, I don't want you to
This-
fight me by making your board evasive.
It's so good with Crab, and, like banishing opposing genies, and then it's extremely annoying for Ruby Sapphire to out, especially like items and such, because then they have to waste their like little Sisus just dealing with your 1-cost Pegasus when you're playing a plethora of 1-drop. So you're like, oh, okay, that one's done.
Yeah.
The EV
Yeah.
on that car, like if we evaluated on just like how much lore it's gonna get, like that's like a one cost 1 car that's probably gonna get you 3-4 lore. It's like pretty disgusting.
Dominic in the chat said he thinks that the Shift Pegasus is just a little slow. I feel like in this deck, especially because everybody played a relatively like aggro-ish version of it, like it is kind of slow.
The
So it's like-
Enchanted coming to the DLC near you.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be
Enchanted
looking.
Pegasus.
I need a whole page.
It's so beautiful.
Have they said that means it's not rotating?
Yeah, I don't
They said. I think they said the Pegasus is getting reprinted, but I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, I believe that was the
I
case.
can't remember that.
We know for sure that the Let It
Love
Go and
that.
then something else isn't getting reprinted.
We don't know for sure, but they said
No,
it
they
wasn't. They said it wasn't confirmed that this is not confirming that it's getting reprinted.
Oh, I thought they said that it was.
So also another so Fabled is like a reprint set. The
Yeah.
set after that, is that going to have any reprints at all, or is it just
It-
like no?
I think it.
could.
I think it's
it
like
could.
Just random.
like Captain Hook in this set.
Yeah,
And
like
Dalmatian
just like
puppies.
2-3 cards or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool if they just brought back a couple cards every set. So
Yeah.
it's always
yeah.
exciting.
I think there's gonna
Could
be
come
one
back.
like one of the 4 sets every year is probably gonna be like Fabled is, and then
Yeah.
they'll just like drop a couple in every single
Just
one.
like that.
The one right after rotation will be the reprint set.
Mhm.
I think for me, I think if they just like slotted in a couple like thematic cards, just because like I don't know, I can't think of like a clear example off the top of my head, but like if there was just like a card came out that was like if your character with like 1 health or whatever, something, and then they brought back like Caterpillar or something like that. That's just like a big 1 health goon. And you're like, okay, cool.
Or Mr. Big.
Yeah, something like that. But I think there's room in every set for like 1 to 3 reprints, or just like a different art reprint, like we got with Hook and Dalmatian Puppy. It'd be nice.
That was
Yeah, just like
also very much
I
like
think
that.
that anything could come back at any set.
Yeah,
Yeah, it could just be like a
The dreamers
bombshell, like,
alive.
except
like
for
two,
except
two,
for Shift
3 sets.
Diablo.
Yeah,
two,
that can
3
come back.
sets in. We're gonna get Rapunzel reprinted in a different pretty
That's
art.
like
something.
exactly what I was kind of
Be
thinking
sick.
of, like the Rio Premium. Like, can they just add a
Yeah.
Rapunzel or double Sing Ursula? Just be like, yeah, that's just
I
random.
think we'll get them like
Then-
one at a time, right? But they'll never allow all of those cards to exist at the same time again, except for an Infinity.
Yeah, we don't even know what's happening with Infinity yet either. Like, I'm if they do not ban Hiram, I go to Indianapolis, I'm gonna be a degenerate.
This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna get all of the DLCs leading up to the 3rd DLC for each region. They're gonna have Infinity format side events. Ravensburger is gonna take the decks that are winning those formats, and then that's where they're gonna decide their ban list from. It just makes
There's
logical
no way
sense.
they allow a main DLC of just Hiram coil cesspooling.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I think they'll have we'll get a Infinity ban list before we get to the third
Infinity, yeah.
DLCs. That's my opinion. I think
there's a lot of opportunities, like, you know, being those side events, then the thing that we get the non-foil promos from. Like, there's gonna be like a lot of like discourse and discussion on Twitter, and yeah,
I'm sure it'll be so different.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are crashing out right now because they're like, we don't have a side event schedule. We don't know what the side events are going to be. It's like, yeah, but we know there's going to be side events. So it's like, if you're not
the same side events that there are at
we don't know
every
that for
DLC.
sure. We don't know that for sure.
I'm 90% sure.
Because they might not do like a competitive constructed if they have an infinite format. You know what I mean? So
it is done through different companies, so it might be different.
Oh yeah, true.
Just like we're not getting Friday side events this first event. So
yeah, there's just a lot of logistics to kind of work out with that stuff too, I think.
I really like those Friday side events. Thought it was annoying at
first.
It's just a way for people to grind out tickets so that they can get the prize wall stuff. That's all it is. Which I don't mind, because I would have done that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I already said if I don't get a competitor badge, I'm getting an attendee badge, and I'll just farm side events and get the promo prize wall stuff.
What did Bruce's list look like? I don't know. Let's take a look.
We all know Bruce wanted to talk about his own list. He put so much work into it. Proud of it.
All right, let's glaze it. This is the craziest list ever. No,
oh my God, this is exactly my list.
Yeah. So I planned on. I played every version under the sun this week. I know that we'll take a look at Braden's at some point, but I played his. I played the Diablo discard version. I played Tempo with and without Flynn. I settled on just being like very consistent with it. I even bebopped between 3 and 4, like between 2 Pan and 4 Go-Go, and then 3 and 3. I really just preferred the 3 and 3 for the event because I did think there was going to still be a solid amount of purple and amber steel, which there was. I considered, because of the amount of Ruby Sapphire, we thought playing 4 levers and 3 wrong levers, just because I really wanted to be able to bottom deck the Shark the turn it came out. But in all reality, bouncing the Shark oftentimes is like just enough that turn. So as long as you're able to find that, it's cool. And also, if they don't have literally everything, you can quest into the Shark and it still be too late. Like, if all they can grab back is a sale or a develop, you're like, fine. It's when like Pirate's Life and Visions and Prep and all those other cards are in their discard that it gets like very scary. The list was solid. I think depending on the room you're expecting, I would bounce between the Flynn version and the many more one drop version, but it was good. I'll probably play a different kind for the rest of the set champ season though.
I think my green purple list and your green purple list is exactly the same, except I'm only on 1 snake because I wanted to play a bell for Rhino just in case.
I really like Snake just because the 3/3 stat line is super, like, always been huge into Amber Steel, right? But it's really huge to be able to just set up a go-go for 3. I can't tell you how many times I've thrown my Snake into like a Scrooge, namely Tanya's Scrooge, and be like, go for 3. But
it's their stuff out on me.
It's a solid card, but I'd also do like Bell, just not as much in this one. It's a little bit hard to get the damage to move, but maybe on like Genie and stuff, it's fine.
Dominic actually said that his list was 2 cards different from yours.
Yeah, he played the dog. That dog was sick.
Yeah, he played the Jacques, where it says, what is it, like 2 or 3? If you have 2 or 3 characters on the field, when that character comes into play, you gain 2 more. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you said Jacques, and I was like, that's a mouse, not a dog.
It was, yeah, he game 2 against me when he went first. I think it was like Al and like one of the other teammates. They like walked over and they were like, "Well, Bruce is getting cooked," and he was like, "No, he's not." And then they like walk away. And then Don picks up his last card and he's like, "Well, I wish they had stayed." And then shows me the dog for game, and I'm like, "Oh, sick." Next game.
Yeah, that was his. He was telling me that he had some spicy tech for set champs, and he went undefeated, I think, until he played you. He was undefeated till he played you. So his he did pretty good with it. And his list was literally like put card down, turn card sideways. So the Jacques was honestly like a perfect addition, I think. Jacques, sorry.
Jacques is the mouse.
No, Jacques. My bad. It's all the same. It's all the same to me.
It's not the same.
But yeah.
This is literally Artifacts' like current list though. Like I have so many versions. So in case you want one that's been tried and true tested by many, many good people, much better than I. This is the Artifacts like team list basically. I think the only difference between this and Primer's list that he took to the top of I think it was the Belgium event was the go-go pan difference 4-2.
It's crazy to me that this Amethyst Emerald deck is 29 cards different than the one I played.
Is it? That's what I'm saying. Like that's like I put in I built so many different Emerald Amethyst decks this past week, dude. I was like, this is absurd. Like we were talking about it as the deck started to diversify, but even just within this color, there's like 6 different variations you could bring.
Speaking of variations,
Braden's list.
Let's take a look. See?
Yeah, Braden is the GOAT.
Here's a homebrew right here, baby.
For real. This is quite literally a homebrew.
Oh my goodness.
Wildcat.
What is this? All these
honey lemon or ribbon cards.
Essentially, he played kind of like there was kind of like I think it was the one that topped the Belgium event that was like super high on Prince John and said Diablo at this point because so many people are teching for it was a drawback in their opinion. And so this Braden's list looks very similar to that again, like very high value off of like prioritizing John draw and getting your value off of that, but he's also playing literally all of his favorite techs like Anna and Honey Lemon and Magica.
His favorite card Anna.
He loves Anna, dude.
He loves Anna.
He will not play the deck without Anna.
Yeah. I think Anna's just so versatile for him though, like the way that he uses her. Like
I wish he was playing like Pegasus in this though, so you could like throw your Pegasus into Shark and just on
it. Both Braden and Dom were trying to sell me on Rafiki, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not a fan.
I think it's solid with Crab because it banishes Rhino, but that is about it. He's made his way out of my deck because other cards also banish Rhino.
He doesn't go fast.
When I heard him, because that was the first match of the top cut, and I was like going through his list, and I heard him say, "I'll play Rafiki," and I was like, I had a little PTSD because like in set 1, I thought it was the set 1 Rafiki that had Rush.
Yeah.
Because I hated that card. Braden used to demolish all of my characters with that card. I hated it so much, and then I looked up and it was this one, and I was kind of surprised. Also, this card, like, hold on a second.
I had just looked at this card.
I like this card.
And I was like, man, if this card was evasive, it'd be the best card ever.
Oh, that's kind of good.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Luca about my Emerald list, and he said, I was playing something, and he was like, you should stop playing that card and just play Archimedes. I can't remember what it was, but it looks like it worked. Yeah.
I wanted to play some sort of item removal in my Amethyst Emerald discard, like really bad, but it just, the more I thought about it, just didn't work out. Because there's quite a few cards that can do it. I was thinking about the 2-drop song with Clarabelle on it. Can't think of it.
I don't remember.
Got the Fred, that's just the Benjamin. Wildcat is neat.
One drop Clarabelle.
Yeah, I was like,
favorites.
Lots of island hate.
I think about the John list for me though was when I played it. When you play against like purple decks that like have like resistance and draw, it can be like very frustrating because this isn't as like super heavy discard, right? But when you do get their hand gone and they like say you're playing against purple, because this is what literally happened to me, and they go, "Oh, sick finders," you're like, "Oh, if I had Diablo here, that would feel pretty good." But it's kind of like if you take the rationale of this guy was like Diablo at this point. He kind of felt like it was kind of a drawback with everybody's outs. But the guy who topped the 10 and the 15K in Texas playing the discard list similar to what Matt was kind of on, he said that when he played Diablo game one, or once everybody knew he was on Diablo after the 10K going into the 15K, and people were like really hard mulling for it, that was a drawback for them because then he wasn't relying on Diablo, but they were mulling for Diablo, so their hand was at like a not as optimal, and he was able to play through that regardless. Because the deck doesn't really need a Diablo to function. You just play 20 of them because they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Draws so much. Like, yeah, I never really cared when somebody took out a Shift Diablo.
Yeah.
I got sick. You had to answer that. Now I have these other cards.
Yeah, and then you're just kind of setting up the discard rip from there. You're like, thank you for using some cards to get rid of Diablo.
Oh yeah, that was. He was telling me to play the Archimedes in green yellow, emerald amber, because I was testing that out before the event. I probably should have just played that because I liked that deck a lot, but
it's rewarding. It's hard, but it's rewarding.
It's very hard to play.
It's a fun deck.
I played that a lot during
Ursula. Purple Steel scares me.
I played Purple Steel yesterday.
And if you're playing the yellow green, I mean,
no.
Just getting repeated is like so brutal. You have to play the actions and that.
That's valid.
Yeah, I think the Jonathan's list, Jonathan Rose, who also made top 8, his list was mostly it was the Diablo like version.
This one was like different too. That one was kind of neat.
Yeah, hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Give me 1 second. His was like the discard or the Diablo version without like super heavy discard, which
he was just tempo Diablo.
Yeah.
So this is the mentality that like Diablo is so good not to play, but also I'm still gonna try and tempo. It's my only like drawback with this version is it feels like a little slower, and it's like, why would I also not want to discard them if I'm doing both? Like,
yeah.
This one, it feels a lot worse when your Diablo goes away, in my opinion.
It's not very fast, but it is just trying to bounce the board.
No, I really like the fact that there's 4 Mother Knows Best.
Yeah, he said he like took Ed's list and just put in Mother Knows Best, basically. I mean, it's solid. Like pretty much all 4 ofs, you know.
Yeah,
I think it was Bannable played an Endless Emerald discard recently, and he just threw in like a one double singer slot.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was chills and the friends, and I was like, yeah, that's scary as hell.
Yeah, draw 4.
How do you feel?
I do like the 2
drop Diablo.
I was literally about to bring that up. I thought that card was insane. It's very frustrating to play against because it costs like nothing. But it like obviously the cards, the 2 costs in this game that have 3 that are able to get 3 attacks somehow are always very solid. And especially with this one and Crab and being evasive, it's freaking huge. And then with Pan, it can come down. Oh my god, yeah, it's just so solid.
Yeah, using it with Pan was very great.
Really like green purple. Can't wait to lever people for the next year.
It's gonna be so much fun. I think
I
I'm
can't wait
switching to it.
I'm gonna play all the Pete's in the world.
Nah.
No.
Can't play Pete if it's not in your hand.
Yeah.
You can't discard me
Discard,
if you don't have ways to discard me. Did you
Chip.
know?
Can't beat Chip.
Chip wasn't in that list.
But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think like the diversity of the day was like really, really good. There was, as I expected to see a lot more aggro than we did. Like there was definitely like a lot of aggro, and like the Emerald Amethyst lists were all like semi aggro. Obviously, like they had their ability to go fast, but I feel like it was a good,
That's my biggest gripe
a
with
good blend.
those Amethyst Emerald lists. They would like demand to be called tempo instead of aggro.
I mean, that's what Artifacts kind of like said now. It's like not as much as a tempo anymore as it is like he called the list the green purple versatile. Like it kind of adapts its game plan to whatever's good. But so it can be aggro and it can outvalue, but yeah, like it's not exactly just tempo anymore.
Bring a very different version every week is very cool. I'm sure scary to play against. If there's a
but you don't know what you're playing for the first few turns when you're playing Emerald Amethyst anymore, which is like a very cool feeling.
Yeah.
When you're
I'm hoping that post rotation, all decks or most decks turn to be that way, where it's like, I don't know. I still, because like obviously like we had the small moment in time where we had two versions of Amber Steel, and like we still do, but like I feel like Emerald Amethyst has like kind of full force gone into being able to, when you sit down across from it, you have no idea like which version you're getting, what cards they're playing, like, and it can be very detrimental to gameplay and decision making whenever playing against those decks. But yeah, overall it was a great weekend. It was also Matt's birthday, so
it was Matt's birthday.
If you haven't wished him happy birthday, wish him happy birthday in the comments. But we also have, I'm excited because at the end of the month we're gonna have our 1K at Dragon's Hoard and our Learn to Play. 1K starts at 12:30, I think, or 11:30. I don't know. It's on the app or on the Ravensburger Play Hub, and then we have the Learn to Play on Sunday from 1 to 3. All skill levels, all ages. We just are trying
Events
to
are also
obviously
on our Facebook.
Yes, events are on the Ohana Facebook. But we're just trying to bring more people into the community. It's a fun game. We love it. We're gonna be providing decks, starter decks, spin down counters, lore counters, and dice, like the Trove spin down counters in the lore or in the Trove dice to the first however many people until supplies last. Really, we have quite a few starter decks. They're all from set 1, so that's kind of
not
a
all,
little bit of,
but most.
Most of them are set 1, which is kind of like obviously downside for anybody trying to really get into the game, but I think that set 1's probably like the easiest to learn. Especially if you're just getting into the game. So if you know anybody that wants to learn how to play, or if you want to like come out and you just want help with mulligans or deck building or whatever, like literally we're gonna be
session.
like we're gonna be there. A lot of Ohana is gonna be there helping to coach or help or teach.
How do I sign up for coaching?
Corey's the best teacher though, so he doesn't need coaching.
He's gonna teach everybody how to shuffle.
Teacher of the year contender 2 years in a row.
Bruce will teach you how to play. Corey will teach you how to shuffle.
I know how to do that.
But yeah, we also have House of Cards is hosting. We kind of mentioned it in the beginning, but House of Cards, our other sponsor in Winston-Salem, is hosting a charity, or their 10th annual charity event this Saturday. It's literally every game tabletop, card, board, whatever. Like they do everything all day. It's an insane event. It's an insane day.
Much
If you're
cooler
in the
than a set
area,
champ.
yeah, much cooler than a set champ. But
And
if
it's
you
to raise money for mental health awareness.
Indeed.
mhm,
W
is
cause.
super important, I feel like, in the community, and like most of our team is mentally unstable, but it's fine.
Whoa.
Except for those two, these guys, they're normal. It's weird. Me and Bruce are kind of not normal. What is normal? But no, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. If you're in the Winston area, you should definitely come out. Their sit champ is in August. We had to push that one out. We helped them schedule that one, and we had to push that one out. But we have their set champ in August and a 1K with them in August as well. So we're gonna be rolling for like 4 weeks of 1K set champ, 1K. So
Busy.
yeah, busy, but it'll be a lot of fun. So if you're in the area, you should definitely come out, come hang out, come attempt to win some dollars, because Ohana doesn't always win. We try, but sometimes we get second, or sometimes you're like me and never top a local event. Anything else, guys, you want to add?
No, I'm
No.
hyped for this weekend. It's going to be a great time.
It is. It's going to be a very good time. I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, they've raised over $26,000 over the course of time. So this is a very good event, important event. Something worth supporting.
Yeah, it's an event that's very, very close to the House of Cards family and very close to a lot of Team Ohana. Suicide prevention, mental health, all of the above. It's very, very important to us. So if you are in the area, come hang out, come play Lorcana with us. It is on-demand events all day for every card game. So even if you don't play Lorcana, your friends don't play Lorcana, come out and play Magic. Come out and play Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. It's literally everything. The events are on demand all day, and it's like you get I think they'll literally fire an event with 8 people. Kind of like DLCs, yeah, DLCs and all that stuff. Do the side events. It's essentially a day full of side events, which is honestly kind of fun. But alrighty, well, on that note, we'll sign off here. Make sure to follow all of our socials, and we'll see you guys hopefully this weekend. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Wait till